Hello, my name is Chandler Thayer. I will be presenting the Subaru marketing plan as outlined by the Unit 8 assignment. This is based off of my Unit 7 marketing plan essay. So getting started here, Subaru as a company, their company and their slogan is share the love. They're primarily a car company. Most people don't know that they actually are involved in the aerospace sector. They do have some contracts with some American companies for aerospace. That includes NASA, and they do provide a little bit in the aerospace sector. But primarily as a company, they're based in North America and they're involved in vehicles and cars. 73.6% of their profit is from North America, and this is considered a foreign car company based on that their headquarters is based in Japan. So they're Japanese, however, primarily selling to the American and North American area. So when we talk about Subaru's competitors, when you look at the different competitors that they have, primarily it is Toyota, Honda, Chevy, and Ford. Those are the four major brands that Subaru has identified as the major competitor in their space in North America. And what sets them apart is their dependability of their vehicles. So they invest a large amount of money into their research and development before actually releasing a vehicle. And a lot of this incorporates their safety aspects, which we will talk about here in a little bit. Which then, that's the next aspect, is driver safety. They have a driver assist and eyesight technology, and these are built into all of their vehicles, and it's standard amongst all of their brand. And then handling, they have a large line of all-wheel drive vehicles. So when you talk the different vehicles that Subaru offers, most of them are all-wheel drive compared to other brands like their competitors, Chevy, Ford, and Honda. They advertise as all-wheel drive, however, they're not all-wheel drive all the time. Subaru is always all-wheel drive. The competitors, they will actually kick into all-wheel drive when they start to slip or if there's a traction loss. So when we talk about the product of Subaru, they're really an outdoor and adventure brand. That's what they try to go for when they try to incorporate this into their vehicles. So they actually have emblems of mountains. Some people like to call them Easter eggs within these vehicles. In other words, just small little things that people will find as they immerse themselves more into their vehicle. Subaru does this. So small little emblems of mountains are on their steering wheels, on their bumpers. Other brands like Jeep do this as well. They try to incorporate the Jeep name into their brand and their vehicle. Subaru actually tries to do this with the outdoor aspect of the brand. They like to get people anywhere that they want to go. So again, I mentioned their all-wheel drive base and platform for most of their vehicle types allows for that outdoor brand and allows for them to get people wherever they need. They also sponsor many sporting events and outdoor challenges. This kind of solidifies their customer type because all of these are outdoor events. So it's basically immersing Subaru into that outdoor brand and ultimately driving that to the outside. Finally, the product is Subaru. In the early 2000s, they actually took a shift. They were previously an outdoor brand, but they really tried to immerse themselves into an outdoor brand, but also giving a luxury feel to make it an everyday vehicle. This is maintained to today, and they continue to incorporate that into their vehicles. When we talk about price in Subaru, most vehicles would be considered a fairly fair price in the market. Compared to the competitors, they are not considered a luxury brand. None of their competitors that were previously identified are considered luxury either. That would be like Mercedes or some other luxury higher brands out there. They are driven to try to be to the everyday consumer. The thing that drives a lot of customers to Subaru based on their price aspect is their safety features. These are standard on all vehicles, like I said, and so including the eyesight technology. When that technology is incorporated to a vehicle, it will not be sold without it. So compared to their competitors, this is not always the case. Finally, resale value of vehicles are right behind Toyota and Honda. Subaru is number 3 in the line in that they actually have one of the highest resale values on the United States market. When we talk about Subaru and their place in their marketing scheme, metaphorically, it's outside. As we mentioned, they really are driving the outside brand, and that's why people stay in the brand. Also, when we talk physically, distribution of Subaru is pretty much nearly everywhere in the United States. They distribute throughout the entire aspect of North America, and you could pretty much go to any major city and find a Subaru dealership because they are a very large brand. Subaru promotes primarily through their love brand identity. So share the love is often what you'll see their commercials talking about and speaking about. This not only speaks to the ethics of their company, but it also speaks to the aspects of how their consumers love their brand. Many Subaru consumers will only ever buy another Subaru. It's a huge promoter of their brand, and that's ultimately how they continue to drive their brand through the consistency of the people that use it. So we talk about their competitive advantage. Toyota and Subaru both offer their safety features as standard options. So out of all those competitors, only Toyota is the one that does the identical thing as Subaru. Honda, Ford, and Chevy, they actually will cause increased cost to their vehicles to have those safety features incorporated. Those are specifically the collision avoidance systems that they have. Those are actually an add-on for many of those brands. Consumers, that's the reason they love the brand, is because they latch on to the safety of it. Subaru is often ranked as one of the highest safety ratings, depending on the vehicle, for their products, and it's all due to that standard safety features within their brand. We talk about price. The price tag associated with Subaru is much lower than Toyota. So even though you get all the safety features, it's lower in tier compared to Toyota. Very comparable to Honda, and compared to the American brands of Ford and Chevy, Subaru is considered more expensive. But Subaru provides many more features than those American brands, which is why a lot of people are driven to the vehicle. When we talk about the advantage in their place, like I said, Subaru has a community amongst them. So once you're in a Subaru, you always come back to a Subaru. You can actually see this brand branch out in different areas of the country, like Colorado, Utah, Oregon. Many people there drive the vehicles strictly because they love the vehicles, and it's kind of word of mouth, and it just spreads within those communities. And ultimately, we talk about physically, outdoors is where Subaru belongs, and that's, compared to other brands, that's really where they concentrate their advertising. When we talk about their promotion, the share the love aspect to the brand is ultimately their company culture, and it's immersed into the brand too. People will never go back, and the reliability of the vehicle really satisfies customers, and doesn't make it hard for Subaru to continue to promote their brand without having any derogatory remarks against it. When we talk about the ethics of Subaru, they have many share the love events. So they do a lot of hospital outreach. They have an entire webpage on their national United States Subaru website outlining exactly what they do for community outreach. So they do hospital outreach, assisting people, children and adults with cancer. They do outdoor restoration projects. They do many humanity projects like safe drinking water, Habitat for Humanity type initiatives, and this is all within their alignment as a company. And ultimately, safety is their priority in the brand. They strive to be one of the top-rated safety automobile companies, and they maintained that for many, many years. And this is all due to the research and development. When it comes to new products, they do rigorous safety testing and won't release that into the market without it actually being considered safe. Ultimately, the company is very consumer focused and focused specifically on that consumer safety of their brand. Here are the references that were used in the presentation. Thanks for listening.